What's up, guys? Yet again, I suck, and I forget what day it is, and exactly what I thought was going to happen, and I forgot it was Wednesday yesterday, and we didn't get as many questions as we normally do, but that's fine. That's my fault. But here's my answers to the questions that I did get. The first one is from Todd. Why did I get in trouble for using the term Filipino? Depends on the sentence and depends on who you're referring to as a Filipino. If you refer to me as a Filipino, you'd probably get smacked in the mouth. I'm Hawaiian. If you want to know what a true Filipino looks like, ask Shane Victorino. My next question is from Dylan. When I start to wrestle, will you be my partner in my first match? And my answer is no. And the reason is because your first match, you've worked hard, you put in the hours and hours of training. You want to have your match by yourself, obviously, no tag partner, just you and the other guy. That's your first match. After that, second match, I'll be your partner. My next question is from Brandon. When I become a pro wrestler, I challenge you to a match. Do you accept? Obviously. So bring it on, bro. I got some years yet. I think you got some time before you become a pro wrestler, but give me a call once once you get there. My next question is from Jason. What was the hardest thing you had to learn when it came to training for wrestling? One of the hardest things that actually that took some time for me to get down was how to lock up. For some reason, it was just like it's not that I wasn't getting it. It's just that I didn't have it down packed as quickly as I did for other things that I had to learn. Other things just came naturally to me, but locking up was something that took me a little longer than what I thought was going to, and it's something so easy. But yeah, it's something that you wouldn't think, but definitely locking up was probably the hardest thing because everything else I thought came naturally. My next question is from Greg. What promotion is your favorite place to work as far as outside of the WWE? Probably. See, I'm at a tie here because I love wrestling for ECWA in Delaware. They've really accepted me as my new home. So I love going there. I love the guys there. And I also, even though I'm not on the full-time roster, I really enjoyed going down to CZW. I felt that the crowd was great, and I think that it's going to be a lot of fun if I do get to be there full-time. I do like going to ECPW also because I get to ride with a lot of my friends, whereas the other companies that I get to wrestle for, actually none of my friends wrestle for. So I have favorite companies for different reasons. So I can't just pick one. My next question is from Joey. Yeah, excuse me, Joey. Is wrestling real? Well, I've beaten you before, so I think you should know the answer. Thanks. My next question is from Nate. If somebody got in your face and was hitting on your woman, would you, quote, drop that fool with extreme prejudice? One, I'm not somebody that likes to get into fights. I try to really talk things out. I'm not a fighter. And actually, if someone was getting in my face and started hitting on my girl, I think my girl would actually punch them first, to be honest, because if they were annoying her, she would probably punch them in the mouth herself. She's a tough cookie. But if someone was being, out of line, I would step in, but obviously I wouldn't throw the first punch. But if self-defense had to come to it, obviously I would. My next question is from Nikki. What's the hardest thing to remember during a match? And for me, the hardest thing is to breathe. Because the conditioning level for professional wrestlers is a lot different from long-distance runners, baseball, basketball, any type of sport. It's completely different. There's a lot of times where I'm so concentrated on what's going on in the match that I forget to breathe properly, and sometimes I do get kind of winded. So I need to somehow strategize of how I would be able to catch my breath again. So there's so much that is going on all at one time that for me, one of the hardest things is breathing properly. And if you ever start to train or get in the ring, you'll definitely know what I mean. My next question is from Dom. Why won't anyone train me? I have no idea. That's a simple question. I have no idea. Last couple here. My next question is from Jasmine. Jasmine, I actually saw that you posted 2 questions. Now, I know that you're new friends with me on Facebook, but you only get to have 1 question a week. So your next question, the second question that you ask, you can wait till next week to ask me. But your first question was, can I have a lay? And the answer is yes, I'll give you a lay. The next question is from Megan. Why is it that some people only think of themselves? And my answer to that is it's just the way some people are. I feel that the way that they were raised has a big impact or reflection of why people as they get older possibly just think about themselves, because maybe no one else thought of them when they were younger, so now that they're older, they're only worried about themselves. So there's a lot of different elements. You really have to look at the background before you look at the present to find out why someone only can think about themselves rather than thinking about others. So definitely look into it with whoever that you're speaking about. Last 2 questions here. My next one is from Tommy. Who's your favorite baseball and football teams? Baseball, I don't really get to watch baseball anymore. And I've kind of fallen out of it. I do get to go to baseball games every now and then, but my team is not good, and they're the Orioles. Reason being because I was a big Cal Ripken fan when I was a kid, and now that he's retired, I didn't want to be a bandwagoner. But I am rooting for the Phillies since they're in the playoffs, and I'm from Pennsylvania, I'm living in Pennsylvania, excuse me. And my football team is the New York Giants, doing great this season, 3-1. Looking to beat Seattle this week, so I'm excited for the game. My last question is from Devin. Who's your number 1 fan besides your girlfriend? And I've been asked this question before, and I can't honestly pick one number 1 fan because I have so many different fans from different states that have opened up and said that they're my number 1 fan and gave me reasons why they're my number 1 fan. So I like to think that everybody is just, great fans. I don't like to pick one, but you're definitely one of my biggest fans. I will say that. So don't think that I don't know. That's all the questions I have for this week. Another short video because I'm an idiot and I forgot that it was Wednesday again yesterday, so I forgot to keep posting my Q&A. But make sure that you guys keep following me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Kekoa FH. I got a radio interview on Mike. Excuse me. This just came up today, so I'm going to be posting links and whatnot, plugging it later on. But it's going to be with CZW's Adam Cole, Ring of Honor's Adam Cole. We're going to be doing an interview together because next Saturday, October 15th, Adam Cole and myself will be having our rematch in Newark, Delaware for ECWA. So make sure that you guys are always checking back my page, always plugging stuff, always putting up new stuff, always trying to reach out to you guys. So make sure that you guys are reaching back to me, and we'll keep in touch. All right? Aloha.